Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, playing the new Man the Guns DLC. We're playing as Colombia, kind of a continuation of our History of Paradox series. So if you haven't seen any of that, I encourage you to do so, although you won't hurt me too much if you decide to skip Victoria 2. I had a really bad time with Victoria 2. I apologize for anybody that watched those. I couldn't figure it out, couldn't get it going. Maybe I made it too hard for myself playing as Colombia and Haiti respectively, but I figured there had to have been a way, and I just wasn't pulling it off. It's all right. We're going to do something better in Hearts of Iron 4 here, and I'm really looking forward to kind of how the rest of this game is going to go. We're going to unpause while I'm sitting here talking because not a lot going on. We're waiting for some things to process and the same things to happen. We're getting some daily stability increase because of some weekly stability increase, I should say, because of working conditions. It's going to reduce our factories a little bit, but I think getting our stability up higher is going to be beneficial. I don't know. We're just kind of waiting around, doing some things. Got some things going. How many convoys we got going out? So none of them are being used for trade right now, really? Would they not be? Not logistics. I want trade. I guess we're not trading anything that needs factories right this second. All right. Or it needs convoys, I should say. How is it being traded then? We have active trade with them. Oh, is it because they're so close? Like they're just maybe land-based or something like that? We're not actually using convoys for them? Same thing with Mexico. Okay. I bet that's exactly what it is. So we're not needing to use things because of that. Okay, that makes sense. Decisions available. Anti-fascist raids. We definitely do not want that. That is completely counterproductive to what we're trying to do here. I will say, though, that does mean that our fascist support is up to 10%, which is good. Or actually, it's up to 13%, 13.7. What was else did I just see? We got some stuff down here. Fascism on the rise. Vocal political elements have begun to speak up in favor of fascist values, finding support with an increasing number of the population. The nation's path to fascism lies open, merely awaiting the choice of peaceful or violent transition. Another reason why we're going fascist is both either fascism or communism. I forget what the actual breakpoints are, but they have a lower breakpoint, if I remember right, to war justifications, things like that. So, in fact, can we? I hadn't even thought about this. Can we? So we can't justify war goes. We can't. Yeah, I can't do anything of that. Like so. Need war tends to be 100%. So because of democratic, we need to be 100%. I don't remember. Does it tell us? Can we find? Let's see if we can find Venezuela real quick. See if we can see their fascism. To see if it will tell us what. It doesn't say. Yeah. Anyway, that's okay. We'll. Yeah, it doesn't say there. Okay, that's fine. Either way, the point is that once we go fascism, we should be able to do a war sooner in the overall global tension. Anyway, and so yeah, let's come down here to these decisions. We have prepare for civil war. More than 10% fascist support. Costs 50 to take the decision, or we can say open up political discourse. It costs more to open up political discourse, but it is more peaceful. I think I'd prefer the peaceful route, so we're going to try that. I think that's going to be fine. We got a lot more things coming up now as well. Discredit the government, hold national referendum, expand civil support. We'll see what those come up here as we get those points. I mean, we're using a lot of valuable points for these things, so it is something to take into account. We got another civilian factory there, so we're going to go ahead and keep coming down here. Get another civilian factory down here. We also got another building slot as well. Does that mean that we could, if we wanted to, build some more factories? We're getting up to 5 there, 6 there. Oh no, because we got the building slot and it was automatically filled with an extra civilian factory, which makes perfect sense. So now we're at least up to 5 factories building these military factories. And in fact, actually almost halfway done. That's going to be cool. At first one, we'll go into the support equipment down here. But I think what we'll do is we'll leave it as is. But once we get that first factory, then we'll figure out how we want to kind of do some overflow. Not overflow, but like pre-sign up some factories after that. I keep pausing without intending to. I meant to kind of keep it going a little bit there. War support is, is where it's at. Manpower is a thing. 8 civilian factories, 1 military factory. Getting a lot of still see that rain coming in. World news: the games of the 11th Olympiad games are concluded. Oh, how did Spain's still doing its thing? So I guess we'll get a pop-up or notice when that becomes something. But like I said, we're gonna come down here, probably go after these two guys, and then we'll have to decide after that. I mean, there's a lot of other smaller countries that we can go after as well, but I think these two are going to be some good first targets. At least that's what I've seen recommended for online, which again, I'm using a little bit of an online kind of guide on one of the Paradox wikis to kind of give me some guidance here, just because I'm not familiar with the game. I want to try and give it a best chance possible to succeed. We do have a decision available. So we can keep doing the Prepares for Civil War. We get some more fascism support here. We do lower our political power gain. And it also lowers our weekly stability. Ooh, I don't know if we want to do that. Or we could just discredit the current government, which does not lower our stability per week, but it does change the popularity of democracy. And the referendum would... Oh, we need more than 50% support, which we are nowhere near that. But honestly, lowering the support for the democracy, I feel like it's a good thing. Again, maybe we're doing too much with these decisions. Maybe we're spending too much political power on these. But again, this is part of the story. And I think from a story standpoint, we're going to go ahead and discredit government. I think that's a good thing. It's possible this is a better move right here. I don't really want to lose the stability. I must be perfectly honest. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to lose the stability. We're going to keep going as is. Discredit the government. And so what does that give us? So they're at 69, we're at 30. All right, fair enough. We still have decisions available. Oh, the improved working conditions actually about to go away here in 30 days. Construction effort. Cool. Very good. Oh, that was fast. Wow. We also finished our research effort. Okay, we'll say okay to that. And mechanical. Man, we finished a lot of things. We're going to keep going down here. Even more. This is actually going to add some infrastructure to a couple places. Infrastructure, I think, overall helps... you know, just travel, like your movement and stuff like that. It might help productivity as well. I actually don't remember if infrastructure specifically helps productivity. Let's see here. This is infrastructure. Increases our fuel capacity. And really, is that all it does? I assumed it did more than that. Maybe it does and I'm just misreading that somehow. But that's okay. What else we got going on? Research slots available. That's right. The good thing is that if you don't pick your research right away, it will allow you to... you're not losing anything. It'll still just pick it back up. We've already got a little bit of a boost here, so... It is a little bit early. We're only in 1936. We could wait a little bit and pick that up here in a little bit. I think that's exactly what we're going to do. This one, however... Yeah, that's still too early as well, so we're not going to pick that one up either. Director fire, we don't need that. Reinforcement rate, I don't think we need that. So I think we can actually take a beat and go after some of these other things. Get some better weapons, get some better support weapons, things like that. And again, I also still want to get the mountain infantry at some point. I might go ahead and pick that up now. You know what, why not? Let's just do it. And then over here, we also might go after, at this point... probably land doctrine, or maybe go after some of the artillery stuff. This will allow us to add the artillery support to our stuff. Which, you know what, that's actually probably a good idea. We've already got the artillery up here. Adding this as a support unit. Because right now, I think, if I'm understanding this correctly, and if I'm wrong, I apologize, but I think this one, when we add it as a support unit to a thing, I think this is what this is coming in as, whereas this is actually a unit as part of the thing. And so there's two different ways to add artillery to your units. In fact, if you come over here to, what am I looking for? Units. Not logistics, recruit and deploy. Come over here to the division designer. We have these units over here. We've got an engineering company, but we can also add a support artillery at some point. Or alternatively, we could also add an actual artillery. Currently, we also have cavalry in our units, so that's interesting. We'll redesign those once we get the Mountaineers, possibly. Again, we can still do the expand civil support, but I don't want to do that right now. I'm okay with what we got for the moment. Guess I could hide that. Prepare for civil war. What is this going to do? It's just going to prepare us. I don't want to do a civil war. I want to see if we can get it through more passive means. We'll see. Maybe not. It might not be possible, but we're going to try. Tensions are up to 4%. Guess I should uncheck these if I'm just so I can see when other decisions come back up and available. Anti-fascist raise again. We're not going to do any of those things. No, we're okay for the moment. I mean, I don't think they have a lot of units down here, so I think we'll be good. In fact, we can see, should be able to see, right? Open country list? Not country list, what I'm looking for. Isn't there a way that you normally see... Maybe it's in here somewhere and I'm just not seeing it. Or maybe it's a different view, like we have to have a certain status with them or something. Oh no, details, that's what I'm looking for. I knew it had to be there. So they've got estimated 2 units, 3 factories. I mean, they got like nothing, honestly. So I think we're going to be fine with this little war of ours. We got 6 units. Less factories, actually. Less military factories. They actually got an extra military factory that we don't have. So if we take over their land, it's more military factories for us. Insufficient resources. Oh, we need aluminum. I don't think I want to trade for 1 aluminum. The steel is even more useful to be trading for right now because we do have 2 things that need it. But trading for the aluminum, I feel like would be just a bit more of a waste at this point. I know it's going to go slower, but I think this is going to be the way it has to be. We're almost capped out on our basic infantry, which is good to see. So we're going to get all of our reinforcements up. So that means we can start recruiting some new troops at that point. National focus is completed. And good stuff. We're going to come down here to... Just making sure, but yeah, we're going to come out here to the infrastructure effort to get us even more infrastructure and allow us to go for those research slots. Valuable research slots. Most of the time, I feel like most countries are going to want to go towards those boosted research slots pretty early on. Maybe not like the most first thing you do, but pretty early on. All right. Could be doing something with our ships right now, but I don't know what. I mean, our convoys aren't going out about doing any trading right now, so I don't know we need to protect convoys or anything. So I think we're fine, honestly. Leaving them where they're at. All right, what we got here? We got some decisions available. Institute press censorship. Daily fascism support goes down. Daily democracy goes up. No, we do not want that. And so that's the only decision we had available. Modify government. So we have enough points to modify the government again. I don't think there's anything here that we want. It would be silly for us to grab anything else. I mean, anything here from the increased fascism type of thing. Could increase stability, could improve relations. Political power game, again, is kind of nice, although ideology drift defense is not what we want. Non-core manpower goes up a little bit. Interesting. We could grab somebody down here, like a tank designer or something like that. I don't know if that's necessary. Material designer. Artillery research speed, weapons equipment research speeds. Those are, things. Those are nice. Electronics research speed, industrial research speed. So all the different research speeds we could pick up, which, could come in handy. We grab some military staff here. Division defense, division organization. I mean, all of these things I think are valuable and good to pick up at some point. I don't know that we need to pick them up right this second. Chief of Navy, Chief of Airline, and then we got these guys. Yeah, I mean, again, all of these could be valuable. I don't know that we need to pick any of these up right now. We're not allowed to change any of these, are we? Oh, we are. Okay. Currently, we're at volunteer only. Critical population goes up 1. Disarmed nation. Limited conscription could be useful. That actually might be a good thing for us to go for. Gets us a little bit more. Although it's not like we're digging into our manpower right now. Right now, we're suffering from... You know what? Until we start really hitting our manpower limits, I'm not going to take that yet. We got currently export focused. We can go for free trade. We can go for limited exports. Actually, we can't do those because this one we can't because we're not at war. This one, I guess we're not democratic right now. Oh, you know what? If we're not democratic, oh, I guess we're not counting as not aligned. What are we then? I actually don't know what we are. I'm not sure why we can't go towards that one then. Because what does not aligned mean? I'm actually not sure. In that context, unlike 5 more focuses to get some continuing focuses. That's kind of cool. Then we got civilian economy. Okay, that's what I was looking at, wasn't it? No, this is something else. Consumer goods factories, 35%. We can drop that down to 30% to go a little bit more early mobilization, which actually might be good. What is our war support right now? 51%. We can go partial mobilization. Increases the construction costs. Actually, I like that a lot. Or free trade. What's the difference here? Construction speed goes up a little bit. Research speed goes up a little bit. Factory output goes up. Dockyard output goes up. And resources to market plus 80%. You know what? I think we're going to go ahead and take this one. I feel like partial mobilization, start getting the factories coming out more, is and lower the number of consumer good factories we need, is going to be useful for us. I could be wrong, but I feel like it's useful. So now we are producing... We got 7 factories producing military factories at this point. Perfect. We can't add any more, can we? Apparently we can. Oh, 1 second. Let's go ahead and... I'm going to say okay to you for a second. I'm going to go ahead and add a military factory here, I guess. We could keep adding civilian factories, but honestly, we got a bunch from the decision, so I think we're okay there. I think just adding some more military factories, getting those going in as soon as possible is going to be useful. Let's go check the research slots. We did just get the interwar artillery thing. We're not ready for that one yet. It is 37, though, so let's come back over here and pick up this, right? Yes. It's already boosted. It doesn't have a penalty anymore. And it is going to give us more factories and other things. So I think that is useful to go ahead and keep going that one. As soon as the year comes around for those, I think those are going to be valuable to pick up most of the time. All right, so how is our... We're almost where we need to be for our reinforcements. Our support equipment is not super great, but it's technically filling the needs at the moment. National focus completed. All right, so now we can go ahead and get the research slots. Perfect. We'll go ahead and grab that one. All right, cool. Insufficient resources. We already know about that. That's fine. I could clear it out, but I kind of like the reminder for now, just to keep me, keep me in the know about making sure I remember that. So mountain infantry is done. So this does give us hill and mountain bonuses. Just out of curiosity, is this something for jungle? It's marsh and all that stuff. Paratroopers, I don't think that one does. Because I feel like we have jungle around. I don't know if there's a jungle thing or not. So I'm feeling like maybe picking up some of these support equipment and weapons and things like that would be useful at this point. Possibly it would have been more useful than a mountain infantry, but I wanted the mountain infantry, so I picked it up. We could also start getting the land doctrines, which I think would be useful as well. But let's go ahead and pick this thing up. I think that's going to be fine. And if you see those things popping up at the bottom, it's because my push to talk, or my mute button is my alt key, and I guess that's also what pops those things up. So you'll always know when I'm muting to cough. So apologies. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to look at the production real quick. Not production. Recruit and deploy. So we do have a Mountaineer division available. So let's check this thing out real quick. I want to see what this thing looks like. So it's just 3 mountain divisions. I feel like we would want to... So we need to spend some points to add these things. But we do have... Oh, that's just command power. We need actual army experience. You know what? Can spent on, so it's used for generals and things like that. Okay, fair enough. I think, isn't there, and I should have been doing this whole time, I can be training you guys, can't I? Isn't there a training thing? Exercise. Yes, I should have been doing that the whole time, because that's going to get us some army experience points. That's okay. You know, I think, you know, we're learning. It's not super late. We've only gone a few months into that. We started in 1936. We're in 1937 now, so. Yeah, getting those guys trained. It will get them less green, as well as getting us some points. We're at 70% stability. That's good to see when we're heading towards fascism. We're at 35 on the fascism side of things. That's always good. All right, free military factories. Perfect. Let's go ahead and since we do have the resources, we'll go ahead and plug you in up here. And that will be good. And that's we're actually making... We've got enough equipment now that I bet... These, I was going to say, I bet these things are actually... Okay, so they are kind of where they need to be. They just don't have the equipment at the moment. We could go ahead and deploy them now. And they'll get the equipment as they go. You actually have your equipment. Or you're almost there. Oh, you need some support equipment. So we do still need a little bit of support equipment. I mean, I don't know if we have to be in a hurry to deploy them right this second. We'll go ahead and let that go. We may want to convert our guys. That's what I was thinking about. So we may want to convert our guys to a Mountaineer divisions, honestly. So I think as soon as we get some army experience and can start adding some things to that, that template, we will very likely change them up, add some artillery, things like that, some of the entrenchment stuff, and go down that road. So we're at we're where we need to be here. Conversion speed bonus, we don't need to do that. We could grab this production efficiency cap, which actually might be good. We could also grab some of these fuel silos, which could be useful. I don't know. It's not critical right now. Construction speed, I mean, it's useful. I don't know that we need it right this second. I'm kind of thinking this production efficiency would be kind of a good thing for us to grab. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up for right now. And national focus completed. Extra research slot. Perfect. And then we might as well go ahead and grab this one as well. Oh, we need more than 50 factories. More than 50 factories. Well, that makes perfect sense, to be honest. I mean, that's a lot of factories. Let's see. We can come down this road of getting us some military factories, which... Do I want to do that? Do I want to go army? Army experience would be nice. Bonuses towards army stuff. You know what? I think just trying to get as industrial as possible is going to be a critical thing for us. So we're going to go ahead and go down this route, I believe. I think that's going to be fine. We could also be banking up political power if we wanted to, but I don't think that's necessary. Chinese United Front's nothing that's really critical to us. Okay, what's y'all's problem? Maximum attrition present, 6%. Why are y'all getting attrition? What's causing you guys to have attrition? Is it a supply thing? So these guys are hot acclimated at the moment. Which is interesting. Gained one very hot. Okay, fair enough. It's interesting. I don't know if I remember the acclimation thing being there before. What is causing us... I guess we can go ahead and assign a commander. Gustavo here. Better planning. Honestly, I should have had him there the whole time because he does reduce the supply consumption. I'm going to assign you. Does that, by any chance, lower your total attrition? 6%. Exercise. Oh, it's because of the exercise. Oh, that makes sense. People are getting hurt while they're exercising. That makes sense. Hindenburg disaster. Oh, sometimes the Hindenburg can actually survive, but this time it was a disaster. Research slot available. Oh, that's right. We got an extra research slot now. Very cool. Could increase the fuel just so we have more fuel banked up. At some point we will. I don't know that we need to do that right this second. Engineering. We're not ready for any of this stuff yet. It's a little early for some of these. Reinforcement rates could be useful, and I think we will look into that at some point. Grab the weapons down here. I think it's probably time to start looking at land doctrines, though. Let's see here. Superior firepower doctrine. Doctrine focuses on throwing shells, not men, at the enemy. Our manpower is precious. Bullets are cheap. It's true. Our manpower is precious. We don't have a lot of manpower. Let's focus on speed and maneuverability to cut off and disorganize enemy forces. This one kind of deals with a lot of armor type things, which does not apply to us, or even mechanized things. So I don't think we're going to go down this route. I'm leaning towards this one. Grand Battle Plan Doctrine. Extensive planning and preparation before engaging in battle is the key to success. Trench warfare, Grand Battle Plan, max planning, some defense, some breakthrough. Then we have a choice between infiltration or assault. Recon company type stuff. Land attack at night. And then we have perfect weapons are overrated. A large number of good enough weapons is the path to victory. Mass assault, which is not us. We do not have like masses of units. I'm kind of thinking superior firepower. It gives us more soft attack. It's a little bit more organization. Some defense. We can go down this route, and then we can come down here and go shock and awe or air land battle. I feel like that's the right way. It's probably one of these two. I'm going to go down this one, though. Maybe it's wrong, but I like it. All right, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in there. And when we come back, we will see if we can become fascist maybe next episode. I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.